What's going on, everyone? This is Krashy here, and I'm going to give you a tutorial on Outbreak, the new Zombies game mode. I would like to do a huge shout out to Problem Child and DOG Hydro. Thank you guys for doing this with me. The first thing I'd like to talk about is a new assault rifle. It's the Fara 83. I enjoyed it. Out of all the assault rifles, this is probably one of my favorite ones. As you can see, I'm just tearing through the zombies. I just got done getting gold, and of course I have everything else unlocked for diamonds. So I'm gonna show that off. Gold, diamond, and dark ether. Yeah, sexy. The next weapon is a submachine gun, the LC-10. It's one of the better submachine guns. It definitely hits hard compared to some of the other ones. So I did enjoy that one. I got it done pretty quickly. It was a blast to play with. One of the one I have is my main now. So I'm going to show off gold, diamond, and dark ether. Now we're going to go into the actual map, the Ural Mountains. So there's 3 maps that actually came out. It's not just one, which is awesome. Ruka, which is in the forest. This is like in the military base. Then we have Golova. It's like a hillside city. It's quite nice. A lot of buildings to clear. So that was fun. And then we have Alpine, which is a snow resort on the side of a mountain. I think that one's probably my favorite. Some of the things to look out for when you're in here are chests, loot chests. So we have a small loot chest, which gives you just bare minimum stuff. Nothing really fancy in there. We have medium chests. It gives you a little bit more loot. Sometimes you have a chance for a little bit better version weapon. And then also we have the large loot chest, which is better ones, I should say. Gives you a decent amount of stuff. And then in the higher rounds, you get a lot more salvage. You have to look out for the ones that are mimics. So the one way I do it is shoot the chest box, or you can also ping it. If you ping it and it shows a chest, that's a regular chest. If you shoot it, it'll be a mimic. You also have little essence that's 100, which is money. And then you have the bigger ones that are 500, so that's always good to go and grab when you run around. Some other things you'll see around the map are these dark ether crystals. Go ahead and shoot them because there's always a good chance for something good to come out of it. Like right there, I just got a monkey bomb. I've also gotten like the ray K, the ray gun out of it before. So it's not bad. I definitely say hit them up. So the symbol I like to show you is the vehicle symbol. It looks like this. So they're scattered throughout the map. They can be destroyed, so watch out. Another symbol is the shield and gun. That is your armor upgrade. So that's always a good place to go and definitely get your shields, because shields are massive in the new version of Outbreak Zombies. Next up, we have the shield that has the question mark. That's going to be your Wunderfizz machine. That's where all your perks are. So there's only one. There's not random perks throughout the map. It's just that one. Then you have the wrench and the hammer. That is going to be your crafting table where you get all your goodies. Your kill streaks, your monkey bombs, molotovs. Next up, we have question mark with the box. That is your mystery box. Other than this video, I've never hit a mystery box. There's no need to, because you always get good weapons all the time, and I always just leave off on my starting weapon. Next up is the Pack-a-Punch machine. Here's the symbol for it. Upgrade your weapon and add those ammo mods. Highly recommend Deadwire. I'd also recommend the Shatter Blast, so that's something I would get. Right here is the symbol for the trial machine. I know we've never had one before, but this is it. This lightning bolt that's coming out of the clouds, the chest, that is a golden chest coming out of a portal. So you go up to it, you go ahead and hold down with it. Now you're going to be tested, I should say, to see if you can survive. There's going to be a wave of zombies, normal zombies, armored zombies, specials, and elites that are going to pop out, and you have to defend yourself until those are done. Then once they're done, a giant gold aura will burst off, and you'll be able to grab the stuff out of it. Normally, if you do really well, you'll get a full power and a perk, or even a ray gun, or even a sometimes gold tier weapon, so that's always good. The next symbol is going to be the dragon with the circle. This one is like a dragon rocket, I call it. And what you do is once you activate it, there's going to be a purple ring that goes around it, kind of like the Ring of Fire. And you're going to have zombies spawn all around you, and they're going to start coming towards you. It's highly recommended to kill them while they are purple. So that's when their souls or bodies will be absorbed by the dragon that's up above. If you kill them outside of the circle, it actually doesn't count. So the more zombies you kill in that ring is actually better, because it'll fill up the meter. If the meter goes all the way up to the top, as you can see, you'll see a little smiley face on. You'll actually get a golden chest from that, which is the best one. You can get perks, wonder weapons, salvage, and stuff like that, armor. So that's something to always go for and strive for if you're trying to find that ray K or a ray gun or whatever have you. Next up, I'd like to talk about is if you do fail and you don't do well enough, it will actually degrade your chest box. So we got a medium out of that one. The next symbol is 3 skulls. I call it a graveyard because it's kind of like a graveyard, and you'll see why in a second. So we come up to it, and there's a bunch of dead soldiers over there. They're going to radio in, and Weaver's going to tell you you need to defend for them or get back at them. And then a giant beam will shoot down, and a portal will open up, and it'll drop down enemies, elites, and they're a lot tougher. And then you just want to try to mow them down as best you can. It gets a lot harder the farther you go in world difficulties, so just watch out. Whenever you kill one of those, as you can see that little gold thing down there, it's a random perk power up, and that always gives you a random perk wherever you are in the map. You can be all the way across map, and if someone does it, you'll get that. So that's always helps off, and in the beginning, like to get that knocked out so you have all the perks. The next symbol is this one with a little circle and an arrow pointing up. That is actually the launch pads from Firebase C. So I highly recommend using them because you can get around the map easier, of course, especially on the maps that are sloped. They also have the 500 zombie essence that's in the air. If you do pretty well, you can at least get 1500. So you're getting your money back and you're traveling a distance. So it's always helpful to get that. I highly recommend grabbing those on your way if you are just flying from place to place. This next symbol right here, this is actually the diamond with a star in the middle. That is actually your main objective. So you want to complete that to move from world difficulties. We're going to go over the actual objectives. One of the first objectives is going to be defend. So you grab up the zombie head. You have to traverse with the zombie head and take it to this machine and defend this machine from a horde of zombies for at least 3 minutes. It does get hectic, but zombies will come after you. So if we had someone train in a little bit farther away, the zombies will actually thin out, and it'll help us out trying to defend the area. So that's always a good plan and good tactic to use. But obviously, if you can defend it, by all means, you do you. But yeah, we're just mowing them down. I know 4 isn't that hard. I mean, we only have 2 people, so the difficulty is not that bad. 4 people gets really hectic, so keep that in mind. Next objective is going to be eliminate HVT, which is high value targets. The first one I did, I wasn't helped a problem child. I was off looting. But whenever you activate it, HVT will actually spawn in. It'll be like a giant orange orb, and it'll pop in. It'll be a variant between of what type of elite or special it's going to be. So they have 3 stages. You have to weaken its health down far enough to make it move to a new area, and then you do that 3 times. Zombies continuously come, so you just got to watch out for that and keep on the move. Another objective we have is Escort. This one's, I'd say, one of our favorite ones. There's a little cage that's sending the monkey into the ether, and you have to stay around it. If you don't stay around it, the rover will only go so far. It'll stop moving. So You have to stay around it to make a move. So one of my tactics whenever I play is I circle the rover so that it keeps moving, but the zombies come after me. If it stops moving, then the zombies will go after it. I found out. As long as you're hovering around it and making it move, you're in the clear. You're good. At the ends, whenever you get to the actual final portal, there'll be a huge wave of zombies. So try to take that out. I normally like using a kill streak. Alright, Holdout is another objective. So on this note, you get to see a giant crystal on the world, and it teleports you inside the dark ether into one specific enclosed area, and you have to defend for 3 minutes. This one's a little bit difficult. I know in solo I've seen people come up with tactics of running around and using Frenzy Guard, but when you have multiple people, it gets a little more difficult. One of the things that me and Problem Child do is we hold out in one area, one small room, and just use Ray Case to slow down zombies, and he just blasts them, and vice versa. And it actually works out quite well. Alright, another objective that I have had some problems with so far is the Retrieval. You see a rocket off of a truck, and you have to go into 2 specific spots, location A and B, and it's like a dark ether crystal you have to grab, basically. There's always a huge wave of zombies that are around the canisters. Sometimes I like doing, I didn't do it in this one, but sometimes I like grabbing it, activating it, grabbing the canister, and then using the actual canister's blast to kill all the zombies. That actually is like an insta kill, so that helps out a lot instead of doing what I just did. So you have to walk it all the way down over to the rocket and input it. Some of the times I've seen glitches where it won't let me put the canister in, so it sucks, but it has happened. And then of course we have 2 of them, so my buddy went over and grabbed it, brought it over to the rocket to input it. And we just watch the rocket go off, and that's the end of that one. Once you get that done, it'll actually activate an anomaly. So you have to go over to the anomaly, click on it, and then it'll spawn everything over to you, and it'll get you ready up so you can just gear up and go on to the next area. So some of the things I like to go over, the special zombies you're going to be seeing. So the Tempest is one. He's kind of annoying. He's like an electric zombie. He floats in the air and shoots electric beams at you, which can destroy your vehicle quite quickly, especially in the later rounds. So they can be annoying, and they hop around if you get too close. This zombie right here is the Demented zombie, so you have to watch out to them. There's a good video, and I'll link it in the description below on where to find all of them and where their locations are on all the maps. The next one, of course, is the Megaton, the one from Submachine. So they can be pretty tough in here. Normally the Megatons and the Juggernauts are the ones that drop the good stuff in the later rounds. Like they'll drop perks. I've seen them drop a lot of the wonder weapons a lot of the time, so that's my go-to one, as long as we get it before the holdout. And then of course we have the Juggernaut, but he's another one that drops a lot of good stuff. Right here, this is the Aether Orb. At first I didn't know what to do, but what you should do is you shoot the Aether Orb, and it screams and makes an awesome noise and moves on to another location. Just like the HVT, it moves on to 3 locations, and so you have to follow it and keep following it. I found out that if you don't take care of it in a certain time frame, it does disappear, so be mindful of that. So what we did was we just focused it and just unloaded on it. It drops a lot of essence on it, a lot of the 100 essence, and then some good stuff like kill streaks and armor and monkey bombs and stuff like that. One of the things I highly recommend is whenever you do trials that has and you can do is to take damage and recover health. As long as you have quick revive and Juggernaut, you know, clear out the area with zombies and just let one zombie wail on you and then run away real quick. You have to time it and make sure that you know how many hits you can take. So I knew the zombie was hitting for 50 and I can go all the way down to 50 and then I run away. Or a good time we do the trial, I can get at least 3 legendaries out of that, which is 3 chances to get a wonder weapon. Bam. And you have, look at that, I already got legendary and I have 3 minutes 20 seconds left. So right here we can either take the portal to go to a new area, a new world difficulty, or you can take the Exfil. So we decided to take the Exfil in round 6 or world tier difficulty 6. Chopper gunners and death machines and any type of kill streak is phenomenal. The one thing you do want to watch out though is if you don't take care of the zombies in the area or surrounding area, that they will come in and keep making your numbers go up higher, and it could take longer. So try to focus, have someone focus on the outside area of the zombies and just keep plugging away at them. And Exfil is exactly the same as like in Die Machine and Firebase Z. So now going on intel, of course, any type of special or elites, you can actually get intel from them. So you want to watch out for that. You also have your trial intels. Some of them are more difficult on Outbreak, so you got to watch out. So the intel on Ruka, there's going to be a rock all the way in the bottom right there. And it's an Ethereum crystal shard, so you're going to grab that. On one of the watchtowers in the southwest, inside the silo base, there is a knife intel that you can grab up in the watchtower. Next up, there is an intel on top of the military training course. So you have to climb up the ropes and then jump over and grab on, and there's the patch right there. It took me a couple times, it's no joke. The last one, you can take the grapple up or you can walk around the bridge. And right there, as you see, Problem Child, try it, and no. You have to parachute off and just land perfectly on it. It took a couple minutes to get that, but that's where the head is located. Next up is Alpine INTELS. So right here on the bottom of the gondola, if you climb up this shed and jump across, you'll actually find the frost canister. Next up, you want to take the launch pad at the top of the hill, fly off on it, and go to the the northwestish. And on top of the spa building, you're gonna find an empty Juggernaut can. So grab that right there by the chimney. And then all the way west, in the second house on the left, upstairs on the bed, is where the teddy bear from the mystery box is. So you want to go ahead and grab that. So now we have Golova intel. This one took a minute to find. So one of the first things I found on our very first time we ever played was this intel over here at the distillery, or the grain area. You climb up on top of the roofs over here. And there it is, there's the canister. It was so exciting to find. Next up is going to be Samantha's ID badge. So on the southeast of the map, all the way on the bottom right, there's a little barricade with a truck on the road, and that's where Samantha's ID is. There's a yellow building by the center square you want to go into. All the way in the bottom, it's like 3 floors. There's a videotape that you want to grab inside one of the bedrooms on the end table. And then the one that took one of the longest times to find, I didn't even notice was up here until I scavenged everywhere, was the monkey bomb. It's just chilling on the church's roof. So you want to climb up there and go in and get it. Sneaky little bugger. And that completes INTELS. Thanks everyone for watching all the way through. I greatly appreciate it. This video took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of recording and hours to go through. If you don't mind hitting the like button, if you want, leave a comment. I'd love to hear. I'll get back to you, have a little conversation. Any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. And if you want to hit that subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Peace.